This update is for March the 29th, 2014. A lot has happened since yesterday's update. Yesterday I was sitting at the edge of town of Salyersville, and quite a lot has happened since then. Um, so yesterday evening I wandered into town and was trying to find a place to stay. I went to go see if there was anybody in the church. I couldn't find anybody. So I ended up going into the Prater drugstore, which is attached to a Radio Shack. And in the store, I met a great guy named Jeff. He works in the Radio Shack, and he made a few calls and eventually got me a place to stay in the fire department and police department right in town. And I'm doing all this in my written blog post, so if I leave anybody out in the video, I'm sorry, but there's just so many individuals that were just truly just kind and wonderful and just so giving in Salyersville and here in Campton, that, you know what, I'm losing track. But so I get into the fire department, and Chief Paul ended up bringing me over to the Salyersville news station that they have in town, and he was trying to get me an interview with a gentleman by the name of Rit, who is the producer of the news in the area. We weren't able to find him yesterday, but he did. He actually met me on the road today and did an interview on the road with me today. And at the end of that interview, he ended up giving me this huge umbrella that I have over here. I'll show you in a second. But I had this like dinky little dollar store umbrella. It had like a hole in the top, and a little light breeze would blow, and the thing would like invert. So he gave me this huge umbrella, gave me another pair of gloves to bring with me, and let me sit in his car for like 15 minutes to warm up in the pouring down rain. So thank you so much, Rit. But still on yesterday evening, after the fire department, while I was in the fire department, Denise of the town's flower shop came in, and she ended up bringing me 2 bags of food and snacks and water for today's journey. So thank you, Denise. All that food kept me pushing forward today. Who else did I meet in town? Oh yeah, met a woman named Barbara yesterday evening. She's on the city council of Salyersville, and Salyersville is such a cool town. I really am I'm really raved up about Salyersville, because you think in the movies where somebody walks into a store and says hello to everybody knows everyone, and you think that's just in the movies, but it's for real in Salyersville. It's the same here in Campton too, but Jeff brought me out to dinner yesterday at a place called Mis Haciendas. It's a Mexican restaurant in town, and I kid you not, Jeff knew everybody in that place. So it was really cool to see that, and just back in Pittsburgh, you run into people every so often, but it's just everywhere you go, somebody. Every single day you walk outside, you'll know somebody in Salyersville. But anyways, thank you everybody from the town. And as I left this morning from Salyersville to head to Campton, they had actually, the fire department and Jeff actually convinced me to not take Route 30 down to Jackson. They said it was kind of a nasty road. They convinced me just to stay on this road that I've been on. It's the Mountain Parkway, and has that great shoulder that I'll have all the way to Lexington. So I'm changing my route to Lexington and Louisville now. So I'm really glad I'm going the way I am, because it's just meeting so many great people. And so I'm on my way to Campton, and the day prior, Jeff called a fellow by the name of John, he owns the Radio Shack here in Campton, and John ended up arranging with his church a place for me to stay. So Sister Ann and Sister Amy of the Catholic Church, the Good Shepherd Catholic Church here in town, let me stay in this parish tonight. So that's where I'm at right now. And John actually came and picked me up at mile marker 52 and is bringing me back there tomorrow morning. And I'll make my way into Slade, Kentucky, where I also have a place to stay. John arranged something with a gentleman by the name of Ian. So first Ian I've met on this trip, who owns some cabins over in Natural Bridge State Park, and he's going to let me stay in one of the cabins. So it's just been incredible. I've just met so many people, and they brought me out to dinner tonight too. I got a full rack of ribs. I met a lot of John and his wife Kathy's friends, and one of their friends, Lisa, she's a defense attorney, called some of the police officers in the county ahead and made sure I was okay to walk the roads that I'm going to be on, and she also gave me some money for food. So it's just nonstop. It's just going to be more and more and more. And I could probably go on for another 10 minutes in this video just talking about it. Yeah, it's just words can't describe. Oh, and got this here. John's daughter Madison made me this bracelet for good luck. So I'm going to wear this as long as I can. So thank you, Madison. Madison is 4, and she's very talented. But I think that's about it. Rain's supposed to stop by tomorrow. Yeah, today was just, I got soaked. Water got into everything. Shoes were just soggy beyond belief. It was just, ugh. It was a nasty day of walking, but this is the reward. The reward of walking today is great, and it always is. Thank you guys for listening to this. I know this is a pretty long one, and I will give you an update tomorrow. So thank you, Salyersville. Thank you, Campton. Thank you, everyone in both towns, and thank you to the fire department, and thank you to the Catholic Church here in Campton. All right.